Hi, everyone. Many of you have seen our YouTube videos in the past where we discuss many financial planning and investment related topics. Today, we wanted to take a left turn. As many of you may know, we've recently expanded our team. Well, today, we want to do a get to know you short form question and answer session with one of our new faces, Janelle Fry. Janelle is my wife and joins Fort Terrace after teaching in the public school system in Texas and in New York for the last 15 years. Janelle recently obtained her financial paraplanner qualified professional certificate and is working hard on getting trained up on everything Fort Terrace. So I wanted to ask you a few questions off the cuff. First and foremost, what are you most excited about with your new endeavor? And you don't have to say working with me.
I would not say that. Um, I am excited to be able to spend time with family, including obviously Brett. Our daughter just recently turned 2, and she's a lot of fun to be around, and she's changing every day. And I am very excited that I get to see that more than just see pictures from daycare. At the same time, I'm very excited to be able to meet a whole bunch of new people and work alongside Brett and get to know everyone at Fort Terrace better.
Okay, zooming out a little bit, you did make a career change, something totally different than being in the classroom. In fact, over the last few months, you've spent some time on the other side actually learning in the classroom rather than teaching. So I wanted to ask you, I don't want to go through every single formula or retirement plan rule or some of the complexities that you learned here, but I want to get your take on what surprised you most about what you learned in the classroom.
During my course, what surprised me the most was how simple some of this stuff was and how it seemed kind of like common sense whenever it's put in that, when it's explained in a certain way. Um, I always thought that this was something super complicated, and it is, but at the same time it's not, especially if you have someone like guiding you through the process.
Sure. And we were actually talking before this, and Janelle mentioned this to me, and I was like, yeah, things are actually simpler than people make them. But the one comment she did make was, now that I'm starting to work, I'm finding it very difficult to actually implement what I learned. And I think that's where the rubber meets the road is, yes, things are simple, but in practice, I think they're more complex. It's simple to learn these things, which we value teaching our clients, these concepts, but the implementation of it can always be a little more difficult, what you said.
Yeah, and a lot of it goes, even, I mean, I taught the past 6 years, I taught seventh grade math. Some of this stuff very easy to think about and be like, oh yeah, it's like, let's just, I don't know, add positive and negative numbers, and then you actually go, in theory it's easy. Practice trying to explain it to people, not so easy.
Yep. And certainly she's finding out finance works the same way. Okay, so you mentioned earlier you've taught math for over a decade plus, um, taught many different grade levels. In fact, on occasion I would come home and she would be talking about simple or compound interest and the differences between the two and some stuff like that. So there's definitely some overlap with finance in there. Um, so what would you tell our daughter about money?
That it's never too early to start saving. It's never too early to enlist the help of a professional, regardless of how much money you have or how much you think you need to have in order to like meet with someone and work with someone.
Great, great. Janelle, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing with our community out here. We really appreciate it. We're incredibly excited to have you as part of the team. And we know our clients will benefit from your expertise, your knowledge, just your style of communicating, and frankly, a fresh perspective here. So your addition is really a key part to our ongoing commitment to our clients to provide you guys with a high level of service. As always, if you have any further questions for either of us, feel free to reach out to us. We'll flash our website up on the bottom of the screen here, and we'll see you guys next time.